Hi guys, I hope you're all doing absolutely well. So guys, today I'm here to let you know whether or not I regret coming here to the UK from Kenya. You can see I've got a hoarse voice, I've got a cold, and that is one of the reasons that I've not been uploading any videos for the past week or so. I'll try my best so that you can hear me. So if you're new to this channel or you've just come across this channel, my name is Grace Miria. I'm a nurse who relocated from Kenya to come and work here in the UK. And if you've always been here to support me, thank you so much guys. Thank you so much. I don't take it for granted. If you haven't subscribed and you're watching me, you haven't subscribed, please make sure that you subscribe to this channel. We are now road to 400 subscribers guys. It's such a big milestone for me and I'm so happy. So if you haven't subscribed, please, if you enjoyed the video, make sure that you subscribe to this channel. So guys, so just a disclaimer, I'll be talking about my personal experience. So if you've been here for quite some time, if you've just come in, you might have a different experience from what I've had for the past 2 years guys. I'll be celebrating 2 years in the next 1.5 weeks. I came here in the mid of October, so in the next 1.5 weeks I'll be celebrating 2 years in the UK guys, and it's such a big milestone and I really thank God for that. And I can only remember I came in middle of October 2021, and having no one here, it was such a difficult moment. What I will just let you guys know that is before you come here, just be mentally prepared, be physically prepared, be psychologically, emotionally prepared guys, because I can tell you that it's not easy. And guys, I can promise you that if possible, you can even try to pack your bags and say that after a few weeks that I'm leaving the UK guys. It's not quite easy, especially if you're coming in without a family member. But if you're coming in and you've got someone like maybe your relative here, then it's going to be quite much easier for you because they're going to be guiding you on everything that happens here. At least you'll be visiting each other and all that. But if you've just come alone, then it's not going to be easy. I can remember in my first few days. So when we came in, it was during quarantine. So I had to stay in the house for about 1.5 weeks. So during that time, no one is coming to see you, and that is of how I felt. But the loneliness, and it's quite easy for you to be depressed within the first few months before you get to juggle in between to know where everything is being sold, where your foodstuffs, where maybe the place of work. It's not quite easy. But all I can tell you guys is that you're going to be fine. At the end of it, it's going to be worth it, guys. So guys, the first and foremost thing is that UK is a land of job opportunities. I know that most of you there will be thinking that, where are these jobs? Where are these jobs? Where can you get these jobs? Maybe if you're applying from abroad, you're asking me, where can you get these jobs, guys? I know it's very difficult. It's not easy to find a job here. It's quite difficult for you to get a sponsorship, especially now that you can find most of the African countries are either in red list or in amber list. It's quite difficult for the agencies to recruit. I'm sorry, I know it's not easy to relocate here, especially if your job, if whatever you're doing is not on the occupational shortage list. What I will advise you is just to keep trying, do your best. Make sure that you've got all the qualification, make sure that you've got all the documents that you need for you to get a job here. Keep trying, go to all the website, watch all the videos that people are uploading about you finding a job here, and I promise you that one day God is going to work. God is going to do miracles and you're going to find a job and come and join us here in the UK. So about the job opportunities, I would just say that we've got lots of job opportunities because, for example, if you're coming as a dependent, like let's say if you are the main applicant and you've got maybe a partner who is coming as your dependent, it's so easy for them to get a job. And also, if you've got children, you can juggle in between. The good thing about UK is that they take childcare very, very seriously. And if you're lucky to get a manager who understands you, then you're very lucky because depending on whichever shifts that you're able to take between you and your spouse, then it's going to be easy for you guys to juggle in between. Maybe one of you can do nights, the other one can do days, so that you don't leave your kids alone at any moment, unless they are a specific age. And for those who are planning to come here as students or are already here as students, it's easier for them to also get jobs. You also have the chance to work, to sustain yourself and maybe pay some bills that you're supposed to be paying, like rent, like water, council tax. And also you can be able to help your family back home. So about the jobs, you can find that unlike in my country where you get your salary, like let's say if you're supposed to be earning 30,000 or 5,000 a month, that is what you get each and every month. But here, it depends on what time, what date, if it's a holiday or not that you're working. The pay rates are very, very different as compared to my home country or maybe some of the African countries. So depending on if you're working either night shifts, mostly night shifts, bank holidays and weekends, you find that you get your pay rates are much higher than if you work on a long day during the weekdays. I hope I'm making sense. Since I came to the UK, I've been able to buy myself some things that when I was in Kenya, I wasn't like able to purchase. And it's quite a big achievement for me. If you've seen my previous videos, then I've compared the salary that I used to get while back in Kenya and all the expenses. And you can see that in between, there's nothing, like absolutely nothing that I'm going to be remaining with. So you find that for you to have like to start investing, for you to start like saving money to do some projects back home, or if you want to do some investment like your business on everything, it's going to be quite difficult, because you can imagine having a salary of 30,000 and only remaining with maybe 500 Kenya shillings. That is, it's not easy, because even that 500 that you've remained in, remember, you've not bought any like clothes, you've not bought anything. It was just difficult. And so I would say that if maybe I could have been in Kenya right now, where I am now, and where I could have been when I'm in Kenya, then there's quite a big difference. Because since I came in, at least I've been able to save some amount of money that I'm doing something, one or two things that I'm doing. And when I was back in Kenya, then I would say that like we used to live from hand to mouth, because the amount of salary that you get per month, you do all the shopping, you pay everything during and by the time we start a new month, because we used to get paid before the month ends, by the time you start a new month, you find that you don't have any cash, you don't have any money. So it's very difficult. It used to be very difficult for you to buy something that you've always wanted. Maybe you wanted to change something, you've wanted to maybe spoil yourself and do something good for you, because we are really working hard. I can say being a nurse is quite difficult, and not only nursing, but whatever job you're doing, it's quite difficult. So you can imagine having to do that work, and all the money that you get from that work, you just like pay on the bills and do all the other stuff without taking care of yourself, guys. You know that it's very impossible for you to pour from an empty cup, and if you don't take care of yourself, then it's going to be very difficult for you to do some other stuff, like maybe in your job wise, guys. So I can say that since I came here, there's quite a big improvement on my investment side. So I must admit that since I came here, I've really learned a lot. I've really matured financially. I've really matured, like I know how to plan myself financially. I know like what I really want in life, and I think it has changed a lot of perspectives in me, which when I was back at home, I will just like focus on my 30,000 and know how to deal with that 30,000 and do and just know that at the end of the month I'm not going to remain with anything. So it was quite not the best life for me, but since I came here, I've learned a lot, and at the moment now I'm very much able to make the right choice and to make the right decision and plan my life as I want it to be. So the next thing is, I would say about safety. I wouldn't say that UK is 100% safe, because definitely there are some robberies, there are just some bad people around. But compared to my home country, it's way much better, because nothing good than you just like waking up, maybe if you're supposed to be going to work maybe early in the morning, like for us we report to work at by 7, you should be at work, you just feel safe. So I would say that safety is something that is very underrated. But if you live in a safe environment, then mentally, physically, psychologically, you're going to be safe. And when you're safe, then most of the things you're going to be doing it perfectly well. So on the side of weather, oh my god, weather is not that welcoming to me. I'm really not that cold person. I don't like too much cold, I don't like too much heat. So you can find that like in a day, when you're here in a day, you can experience all the 4 seasons, the summer, winter, autumn and spring, in one day, guys, in one day. So during the winter especially, the weather, the climate, everything is not fun. You need to really dress up very well, to wear those heavy jackets, the Marvin and everything, gloves, so that at least you can feel very warm. I think in this part of weather is where I really miss home. Although I don't regret coming here, yes, of course, because there's some good part of it and there's some bad part of it, especially on the weather part. But I really don't regret coming here. With time, we just have to get used to it, because definitely there are people who are living here and they're used to it. So we just have to get used to it. And also, we don't get like lots of vitamin D, so we've got to take some supplements. Even our children, even my small baby, 5-month-old baby, she's also taking some vitamin supplements, so that at least it can help with the vitamin D and other vitamins that she is supposed to get. And I can remember when I was back home, I never gave my son anything. We just go outside and have some good sun and get all the vitamins that they need, maybe from food and from sun and everywhere. So here we've got limited sunshine and everything. So we've got to take some supplements for our own safety. The next thing is about like having to do everything all by yourself. Like you don't have anyone to help you here, especially if you have children. You know that when you're back home, at least you're able to afford a nanny. You're able to afford a house manager who is going to be helping you, taking care of your kids and doing some house chores. So while you're here, it's very difficult. It's very difficult, especially if you're both working and your children are maybe in school. And now especially that we have a small child, a 5 months old, it's not funny. It's going to be quite a difficult moment for us, but at the end of it, we'll know how to manage. We'll know how we're going to like juggle in between. And when I start work, which I'm going to be starting in a few weeks time, I will let you know, guys, on how I'm juggling between work and childcare. Yeah, so when you're back home, you've got someone to help you, but when you come here, you've got to know how to plan yourself in between your work, in between doing some house chores, some cooking, and taking care of your kids. The both of you, if you're both of you, or if you're single, then you've got to find a way on how to manage it. Childcare here is very expensive, so you just need to know how to juggle in between work and taking care of your kids, guys. So that is one thing that I really miss about being in Kenya, because in Kenya you could just wake up, make sure maybe your kids are okay and everything, and go to work, and leaving your kids with your house manager. I really miss my house manager. She was such a wonderful lady. At times I just sit and start thinking of her and say, oh, I wish you were here. But anyway, we have to know how to manage ourselves. And then another thing is about the cost of living. So cost of living here, I can say, is more or less the same in my country as people have been saying, because I honestly have not been in my country since I came here. It's now 2 years I've not been there, but from people that are visiting my country and coming back, they're telling me that cost of living is very high. Things that I left being bought at a certain amount, you find that the amount has either doubled or tripled. So even here the cost of living is quite high. So I really cannot know how to differentiate unless I go to Kenya, and then I can know how the cost of living is there. But I know things everywhere are very tough at the moment, so it's just good for you to know how to plan yourself and minimize expenses that are really you don't need them, because you know they're the needs and wants. So make sure you know what you need and what you want. A need is something that honestly you can't survive with, like food and maybe shelter and everything. But want is something that you want, you really can't survive without. So just differentiate between a need and a want, and I know at the end of it you're going to manage your salary. So to answer the question, or whether or not I regret coming here, so the answer is no, a big no. I really don't regret coming here, because me coming here, I've really learned a lot that I don't think if I was in Kenya I could have learned. And if you want to come here, if you want to go anywhere, I would advise that just make sure that you find out about the place that you're supposed to be going to, and please don't let anyone or anybody or anything discourage you from going and looking for your green pastures. Wake up, do it, and go and look for your green pastures, guys. So guys, that is it for this video. If you haven't subscribed, make sure that you subscribe to this channel, guys, because I'm almost going to work, and I would really love that before I go to work, at least we'll be at 1,000 subscribers, guys. It's like I've only got like 3 or 4 weeks before I go back to work. And guys, please, let's get 1,000. Let's get 1,000 subscribers. So at the moment, my goal is 400 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure that you subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure that you like, share, and comment there. Thank you so much. Goodbye.